So today I'm gonna talk about whether or not I believe Shadeur made the right or wrong decision about not going to Baltimore, turning down the opportunity of being drafted to the Baltimore Ravens, and instead being drafted by division rival Cleveland Browns. Before I start, I want to say go check out the TikTok, Instagram, and if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Help me grow this channel. I'm here to talk about football. On field, off the field. I just want to talk about football, and y'all help me grow my community. But today the topic is going to be whether or not I believe Shadeur made the right decision essentially going to Cleveland instead of Baltimore. And I'm gonna play this two-sided because I'm not in Shadeur's situation, nor will I ever be as far as the NFL. Now, this is what I will say. Which opportunity is better as far as growing as a player? Mental reps, I definitely think that he should have took that opportunity going to Baltimore. You're sitting behind a two-time MVP. A lot of people argue should have been three-time MVP in Lamar Jackson and one of the best backup quarterbacks in the league in Cooper Rush. So that's always a plus. The mental reps, you would have gotten it. On paper, they look like one of the best defenses in the league. Same with the Browns. So, that argument really doesn't factor in much into this equation. But as far as mental reps, who you're learning from and whatnot, I definitely think he should have went to Baltimore. As far as the opportunity to actually get on the field and get on in-game reps, I think he made the right decision, turning down Baltimore and going to the Browns. Now, what I will say is Shadeur is betting on himself. It is risky. First of all, you weren't like a high pick. You were a fifth-round pick. You were going to be a fifth-round pick. You sat down through 3 days of the draft, midway through the third day. The team was willing to take a risk on you. And Shadeur betted on himself. So a lot of people might see that as cocky. A lot of people might see that as arrogant. And some people might see it as a high risk, high reward type of thing. It just depends on your way of thinking. It's a blessing to even be a part of the NFL, whether that's one snap, no snaps, practice squad, active roster, star, not a star, rotational piece. It's a blessing to be in the NFL. So, in that sense, I feel like Shadeur shouldn't have rejected it. But at the same time, if you think about trying to get on the field, right? And a lot of people are saying, oh, well, Lamar went down. He would have got on the field this week. That is not the case. Because, like I just brought up, they have Cooper Rush. They brought in Cooper Rush this offseason because we all saw the previous seasons in Dallas. Dak has had bad injury luck over the past couple years. Cooper Rush isn't like Brady. He's not Brady. But Cooper Rush can right the ship. If you need Cooper Rush for a 3-game stretch, he's not going to go 0-3. He might go 1-2, but there's a good chance he'll either go 2-1 or 3-0. He's not a world beater by no chance, but he is to me, and I'm pretty sure to most football watchers, probably a top 3 backup quarterback in the league. So that's why they brought him in. So Lamar went down. Let's say Shadeur's on the team. Shadeur just would have been the backup. Same situations he's in with the Browns. He would have been the backup to Cooper Rush, right? So I don't understand that logic of things. Like, if he did get drafted to the Ravens, he was still going to be on the bench. Now, the thing about it is, with the Browns, technically he's not the backup. They said Joe Flacco's the backup. That's interesting. I guess it's still early in the season. You don't know what could happen. Dylan Gabriel could create a spark on offense, and the Browns could win a bunch of games, I guess. And Dylan Gabriel, knock on wood, goes down, and they need a veteran to come in and finish the season off to pivot them to that playoff push. But let's call it what it is, right? The Browns are 1-3. They benched Flacco for a reason. He was the quarterback for that 1-3 start. let's say Gabriel comes out and stinks it up, right? Over these next 4 to 5 games. Let's say the Browns win 0 games, 1 game, right? Over 4 weeks. And Gabriel just doesn't look comfortable in the offense. He doesn't look good out there. So they're 1-3 now. Next 4 weeks, they win 1 game. Let's say they're 2-7. I don't know when their bye week is. You're either week 9 or week 10, 2-7. And Dylan Gabriel hasn't looked the best. So at that point, thoughts got to kind of start creeping in. Like, we didn't draft Shadeur high, but we did draft him with the draft pick. At the end of the day, he might be a later pick, but you want all of your picks to contribute to the team in some sort of fashion. We might just need to put him out there and see what he could do on an NFL field. But in Baltimore, that wasn't going to be the case. That was never going to be the case. Baltimore, for as long as I've been watching football, which has been 2012, has always been competing. And this year is no different. Injuries have riddled their season. Right. Still going to be a competitive team. I know they're 1-3 now. They're 2 fumbles away from being 3-1. It's not like they're just getting blown out. The only team that blown them out was the Chiefs, and that's when majority of their injuries have happened. Right? So Baltimore is still going to be a competitive team. On a competitive team, you don't want to try out a rookie quarterback. Right? Especially with some of the problems Shadeur has. Coming into the league, we all knew Shadeur holds on to the ball way too long. Way too long. That's something you want to fix over time. That's not an overnight fix. That's something that has to be taught and coached and repeated. And those steps have to be repeated over a period of time. Shadeur, as far as decision making, he could be what's the word I'm looking for? He's not the best with decision making sometimes. He'll make some boneheaded plays. He'll take care of the ball, but sometimes instead of taking the 5-yard sack, he'll try to get out of there and take a 12-yard sack. You know, he's not the most consistent decision maker. You don't want to trot that out there, especially for a team that is trying to compete. If Shadeur went to Baltimore, he was not going to have a chance to step on the field. Definitely not this season. We don't know when he was going to step on the field. There's a chance he would have developed as the backup quarterback. And let's say Lamar goes out, then he probably would have got on the field. That probably would have been 2-3 seasons down from now. Right? But in Cleveland, they've already benched their quarterback. Already. Right? They're the second team to bench their quarterback this season. Russ got benched after week 3. Flacco got benched after week 4. Like I said, if Dylan Gabriel goes out and stinks it up, they're going to have a longer leash with Gabriel because A, he's a rookie, and B, they spent a 3rd round pick on him. But at the same time, you did spend, what was Shadeur, a 5th? You did spend a pick on Shadeur. I don't care if it was a late round pick or not. You still spent a pick on Shadeur. So with that being said, let's say the season doesn't go well, Gabriel doesn't look good, you have to see what Shadeur has to do. So technically in Cleveland, there's a chance that Shadeur can touch the field. That would not have been the chance. There would have been no chance that happened in Baltimore unless Lamar went down and, knock on wood, Cooper Rush went down. It's the only way possible. Only way. And still then, what makes you think that Baltimore and Harbaugh wouldn't have went and picked up Tyler Huntley and brought him in to start? You know, so I think it's 2 ways of thinking of it. As far as this is the league, a team wanted to draft you, I feel like he should have went to the Ravens. Because it's a blessing to get drafted by any team, you know. But as far as actually trying to get on the field and put out some film and actually get on the field for his rookie year, the right decision was to go to Cleveland. That's how I feel. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm trying to grow. I'm going to be here with all sorts of football content, football takes. And yeah, until then, I'll see y'all next time.